Hello students of class 10. We had already started the chapter Father's Help, where we see that just for the reason of not going to staying away from school, Swami comes up with the excuse of headache first, and then he cannot go late to school, telling lies about teacher Samuel. Then father, hearing everything that the headmaster, afraid of teacher Samuel, decided to write a letter. um, he gives a letter to Swami, and while going to school, Swami felt that he was the worst boy on earth because he had mixed the real with the imagined. Okay. For this reason, he wanted to also think about whether what kind of a person Samuel was, and he found that Samuel was a very good person, a friendlier teacher than the rest. And not only that, he also had a special liking for Swami, and Swami even thought that Samuel did not deserve the allegations, that is, the charges that were made against him in the letter. And he felt very guilty because of his lies. Now a teacher's career is in jeopardy. That is, a teacher might be punished. Okay. Wherein the teacher hadn't done anything as such, and it could be that the teacher might lose his job. So while thinking of all these things, he finally reached school. And in unit 3, that's the last unit, we'll see what he does, that is Swami does. As he entered the school gate, an idea occurred to him. So when Swami entered the school gate, he hit upon a plan. And what was it? He would deliver the letter to the headmaster at the end of the day. There was a chance Samuel might do something during the course of the day to justify the letter. So Swami said that no, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to give the letter to the headmaster right now. I'm going to give the letter to the headmaster at the end of the day. Maybe Samuel might misbehave and treat him badly, which would justify, means which would make the allegations against Samuel true. So that would give him this whole day would give him a chance to justify whatever was written in the letter. Swami stood at the entrance of the class, entrance to his class. Samuel was teaching arithmetic. He looked at Swami. Swami hoped Samuel would scold him severely. So Swami went and stood at the door of the class. He didn't enter the class. And when Samuel looked at him, Swami thought that now he would get a good thrashing. Okay, he would be scolded very severely by Samuel. You are half an hour late, Samuel said. But what Samuel said was that Swami was half an hour late. I have a headache, sir, Swami said. So Swami was not at all apologetic, or he didn't even say, sorry sir, I'm late. Okay, yes sir, I'm late, I'm sorry. Nothing like that. He said, I have a headache, and that's the reason why I'm late. Then why did you come at all? this was an unexpected question from Samuel. So teacher Samuel said that if you have an headache, why did you come to school? You could have stayed at home, taken rest. Swami said, my father said I shouldn't miss school. Samuel looked impressed. Your father is quite right. We want more parents like him. So Samuel said Swami said that my father said that I should not miss school. And hearing this, Samuel was very impressed. That is, Samuel was very happy that at least there were some parents who understood the importance of coming to school, of importance of sending their children to school. So Samuel said that he wished that more parents thought like Swami's father. Oh, you poor man, Swami thought. You don't know what my father has done to you. So Swami thought, oh, you are praising my father, but you don't know what my father has done to you. You don't understand that my father has written a letter to the headmaster and said many things about you, and now your career is in trouble. All right, go to your seat. Swami sat down feeling sad. He had never met anyone as good as Samuel. So Swami thought that, oh God, this teacher is so nice. He didn't scold me at all. Rather, he said that I should have stayed home because I have a headache. He felt all the more sad in the sense that his conscience pricked him. And he thought that this is the best teacher I have. Samuel is so good a teacher. The teacher was inspecting the home lessons. Home lessons means homework. Inspecting means checking the homework. To Swami's thinking, this was the time Samuel got most angry. But today Samuel appeared very gentle. So generally when teacher Samuel checked the homework and students made mistakes, he got very angry with the students. But on that very day, Samuel was very gentle. Swaminathan, where is your homework? So he asked Swami about his homework. I have not done my homework, Swami said. So Swami said, I have not done it, sir. So Swami is trying to, utilize every opportunity of being rather an arrogant student, which might which will make Samuel angry, and he will scold him severely. Maybe he can even beat him on his knuckles, do something which would justify whatever his father had written in the letter, which would prove that the allegations or the charges that were brought against this teacher is true. I have not done my homework, sir, Swami said. Why, headache? Asked Samuel. Yes, sir. All right, sit down, Samuel said. So Swami said, I have not done my homework. So Samuel said, why? Because you have a headache, so you can do the homework. Okay, sit down. When the bell rang for the last period at 4:30, Swami picked up his books and ran to the headmaster's room. He found the room locked. The peon told him the headmaster had gone on a week's leave. Swami ran away from the place. So when the bell rang after the last period at 4:30, and that time Swami went to give the letter to the headmaster, but the headmaster's room was locked because the headmaster had gone on a leave for 1 week. So that was the reason why Swami could not give the letter to the headmaster. So Swami Nathan went back to his home. As soon as he entered home with the letter, father said, I knew you wouldn't deliver it. So father said, oh, you're back with the letter? I knew you didn't have the, you don't have the guts or, you're not bold enough to give this letter to the headmaster. I knew it. You won't give the letter to the headmaster. But the headmaster is on leave. Swami said, no, I went to give the letter to the headmaster, but the headmaster was not there. He is on a week's leave. That is why I brought the letter back. Father snatched the letter away from Swami and tore it up. Don't ever come to me for help if Samuel scolds you again. You deserve your Samuel, he said. So father said, oh, now you're making up another story that the headmaster is on leave. So father just snatched the letter and he tore it up into pieces and said that next time if Samuel scolds you, you're not going to come and complain to me. Because if Samuel scolds you, you deserve that. That is what you need. Okay, you deserve that means if henceforth in future Samuel does not behave, teacher Samuel is very strict with you, he treats you in a not with in a very strict manner, like scolds you severely or beats you, anything like that, then do not come and complain to me, because that is what you deserve. So with this we come to the end of the chapter. I would request you that you read the original story that is there in your book, class 9's rapid book, Malgudi Days. Then you would understand it. It's just for your sake of knowing the actual story. Okay. Now here what we find in this unit 3 is that Swami went to school and he decided that he would give the letter at the end of the day. And why? Because Swami thought that Samuel could behave in such a way which would make whatever was which would justify the letter. That was whatever allegations was written in the letter, that would prove to be true. But when Swami went late to school, Samuel did not scold Swami. Samuel's behavior was unexpected. Okay, he did not scold Swami. Swami also said that his father insisted on his coming to school. Okay. Samuel was gentle even while correcting the homework. Yes, generally he became very very strict at that time. He would scold students very severely, but that day he was very gentle and did not scold Swami for not doing the homework. Swami could not give the letter to the headmaster, but when the bell rang, Swami went to give the letter to the headmaster, but he gave the letter to the headmaster as headmaster was on a week's leave. So when father saw the letter, father just snatched the letter and tore it up. So with this we come to the end of the chapter. Hope you have understood the chapter, and once again a reminder that you will do all the comprehension exercises that are given at the end of each unit. Thank you, students.